All right, so today we are going to do a puppy walk because I've been asked a few times about how to walk your puppy. I wanted to do this when she was a little younger, but I didn't have the windscreen for the mic. Yeah, actually I didn't have the mic at all. So it was a little difficult to do the video outside. Crazy dog in the window, no big deal. She's just not even paying attention to it. So I've been asked, what you recommend for walking your puppy, like how many times a day, I guess that would mean. So I would go with really twice a day. We'll walk about 45 minutes twice a day. Generally we wake up at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, anywhere from 3:30 to from 4. If it's a late day, it's 4:30, depending on when I went to sleep that night. But anyway, we try to get up at 4. So let's just say 4 o'clock. Come on. And what I do is I feed her. So she's fed by here. Well, actually, I said the wrong command there. Foos. She just goes by this Yankee little pool on there to slow down. But anyway, I feed her and then we hang out for about a half hour, 45 minutes. And generally, we're out the door by 4:45, 5 o'clock. And we walk all the way around the neighborhood. Dogs puppies especially, are super active. They need their exercise. You can't just walk the dog down the street, especially if you have a pit bull. But really, any dog that you get is about pretty active. So, but what time allows you for your schedule, when you get a puppy, you're pretty much signing up for that. That's what you signed up for. To wake up early, to feed, to walk the dog, and stuff like that. Now, if you have a huge, gigantic yard, that's great. Good for you. But I don't. And most people don't that I know and live around. So we have to go for walks. Come on, here. So we go for 2 walks, 45 minutes. This is our second today. And it's a nice Sunday. It's beautiful out. So no big deal. She needs her exercise. Twice a week, we go for a run for about a mile. I didn't start doing that until about 2 weeks ago. Her lungs really couldn't, she was a puppy still, but I could still get her to do a little bit on the way. Like we about a block from home, we do a sprint, and now we're doing miles. So she's getting a lot bigger. Foos. And I try to keep her right next to me, but generally she does pretty good. So anyway, let's just get into that. Like I said, try to keep the walks twice a day, 3 times a day if you can when they're puppies, because they're when you come home from work, or even when you guys wake up in the morning, it might take the dog about 10 minutes or so after you initially let them out in the morning. But after that initial 10 minutes, they are wild. They're biting, they're jumping, they're chewing, they're all over the freaking house. This is because they have too much energy and they need to get it out. So got to take the dog for a walk. And generally when you get home from work and you have your dog in the kennel all day, like I do, and she's trained for that now. Look at her chasing the leaf. Foos. She's so funny. They just have so much energy. When you get home from work, you let them out of the kennel, you let them outside, and you go back in. What I do is when I get home from work, I let her out of the kennel, and we don't feed right away. We go outside, she stretches, she goes to the bathroom right away. And then we throw the ball for about 5-10 minutes. Then we go in the house, I strap her harness on, and we go for our walk. That is when we go and feed. And then we hang out for about a half hour. I let her out one more time. By then it's about 5:36. And then I go to my gym and I do my training. Or I train at home in my gym. And then I come home. You know, when you get a dog, or people with kids know this, you just don't have time to bullshit. You know, you don't have time to be like in the gym, on your fucking cell phone, you know, playing around on Instagram and Facebook. I just don't have time for it. So one thing is, when you wake up early like that, it's a great thing because everybody's asleep still and you get whatever work done you need to get done. So beyond times of walking and how you need to do that, and I'm getting cramp in my foot. It's starting to bother me. You go to the doctor. Anyway, beyond that, you want to keep your commands simple. Like, I see some people walking their dogs and like, don't you pull me or you're not getting that treat. If you see me say that once, pull, don't pull or anything, my simple commands are, when she's pulling, is, which she doesn't really do, she's got something in her mouth. Good girl. She let it go because she knew I was going to get it. Simple commands, foos. Foos means slow down, heel. And another simple is when she's here. When I want her to come here, I say here. Simple, not get over here, dog, or, you know, it's just here. It's real simple commands. Here, foos. Foos is don't pull. Here is come here. And then beyond that, when she shits, I just simply tell her, sit. You know, if she takes a poo, I say sits, sits, sits. Storm, Storm, sits. Good girl. Good girl. I wonder how that wind is going to sound. We're going to have to check when I get home, guys. Like, I have the windscreen. It is super windy today on a football Sunday here in Philadelphia. And it is just really windy. Here! Anyway, so I hope the windscreen's working out. Guess we'll see. If not, then I'll redo the video later. But for now, I wanted to try this gigantic stick. Ouse! She has something in her mouth. So I'll say, come here. And I'll tell her, ouse! Ouse! No! That's it. Just get it out. Simple commands. Not drop the freaking stick, you dumbass. She doesn't know what that means. Just real simple. Ouse is let go. Foos is don't pull. And here is come here. Sit is sit. And plats is lay down. So what else do I got? These leaves are really getting on my nerves here. She wants to chase all the leaves around. And it's crazy. Here. So this is where I did a lot of training for her with all these traffic and cars driving around like crazy. Storm. What the heck do you got? No. So, anyway, she had something in her mouth. Now, this is one thing that I'm going to recommend. She's going to get out of this soon, the harness. So, certain situations I'm going to use the harness, but I'd rather have something on her neck, because what she does is she tends to pick stuff up constantly. She's constantly putting her nose into the ground, so I want something on her neck where I can pull her actual head up. Oops, she was peeing. Sorry, Mama. Wasn't paying attention. So, when you're walking and your dog goes to the bathroom, I don't bring her treats anymore out for walks like I used to. But, you know, you can. But I just usually tell her good girl and give her heavy petting and, you know, loves and stuff like that, to let her know that she's doing a good job, and this is where I want her to go to the bathroom. And when she does that, she's going to get a reward for it. You know, I don't give her the treats or anything like that on walks, because in the morning time, I didn't want to put too much stuff in her digestive system. because I was headed to work for 8 hours. So that's why I stopped doing that. Now, when you get to crosswalks like this is a great time to train your dog to sit and stay, which is, for me, it's Blibe. And sits is sits. Hey, Storm, sit. Storm, sit. Storm, hey, sit. Good girl. Good girl. Blibe. Which means stay. We're just gonna hang out for a minute. I didn't tell you to go, did I? Blibe. Okay, come on. So this is just a good time. That's a good time for us to do that. Like, these leaves are driving me nuts. Yo, come here. Come on. She acts like she's never seen a leaf before because she hasn't. So this is it gets a little tricky with the camera. I'm trying to do the vlog and walk the dog and pay attention to her. But anyway, like I said, guys, keep the command simple. I use put the harness on her for now. I'm going to switch to the neck thing for walks around the neighborhood. I'll probably use a harness when we're hiking and stuff in the woods. I got some tactical harnesses and stuff to try. But other than that, there isn't really any reason to... Here. I actually said... See, I'm even getting confused myself. I said the wrong command. Foos! This leash that I use is one Tigris. I have a video on it, and it's pretty good. It's like a little bungee thing. So when you put a little bit of tension on it, it actually just puts enough where it works out great. Foos. But she's really with the wind and the leaves blowing around. But like I said, this video is generally just about like time, like how many times a day you want to walk your puppy. And I'm going to say twice for about an hour, 45 minutes. Those quick 20-minute walks, they just don't do it, in my opinion. And also in between, you're going to want to run the dog and play with the ball outside. If you don't have outside, go to a park and stuff like that. So, you don't really want to just you get a lazy dog, then that's, I guess, get a cat. But, these dogs, especially pit bull, they're going to keep you active. They're going to keep you on your toes 24/7. Here, Foos. Foos. It's too hard, Mama. Foos. Foos. And she generally doesn't pull, but she's really excited with these wind and cold weather. And she's doing great. She's doing great with the walks. When she was a puppy, you'll find that your puppy might not want to walk all that far, and she'll probably be like, or he or whatever you have, reluctant to even walk around the block. It'll happen in time, and then eventually you won't be able to keep them out from outside. So she loves walks now, where at first she didn't really want anything to do with them. But, she does great. But like I said, guys, get a good pair of walking shoes. I carry my poop bag on the leash itself right here. This is from one Tigris. And then I have on my actual shoulder here, I carry my my Glock 43, a tourniquet, some quick clot for her, just in case, and just some quick, easy emergency medical gear for her, and my self-defense weapon. And I generally use it as that cross thing like that, just because it's uncomfortable to walk around with a gun with you when you're walking. Carrying a gun's uncomfortable anyway, but that's not what this is about. I'm just saying. I am a person who carries a firearm, so this is how I do it. I have videos on this if you want to check that out. Get yourself a flashlight for night walks. And morning walks. Like we wake up at 5 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and it's still nighttime out. So she's all over the place right now because I'm not paying attention to her. Here, Foos. I'm confusing myself. But anyway, I don't even know if I'm gonna put this video out. But anyway, like I said, guys, just keep the commands simple. There's no reason to like I see like this one lady, she walks her dog and she's like, don't you pull me or you're not getting that treat when you get home. And like, honestly, do you think the dog knows that? The dog has no clue what you're talking about. So get a good pair of walking shoes, get a good leash harness, and you know, keep your walks short, and then extend the walks as time goes on, and then run, play with the ball. And you got to do this stuff every single day. Here, you can't just do it once a week or twice a week. You got to do it every day, twice a day. They're going to keep you on your toes, because I'm going to tell you what, if you don't do these walks and stuff like that and keep up with that, the dog's going to let you know by being super aggressive in the house, jumping on people, too much energy, running all around, biting things, getting into things that they're not supposed to get into. You know, we're going to get home from this walk and she's going to be whooped out. I can make my dinner. I can play my video games. I can edit some videos. I can do what I have to do now for the rest of the evening. Watch football, hockey, whatever. Storm, here. So she's being super bad. So what I'm going to do is here. And we're not going to move now because you're being bad. No pulling. And even that is too much. But she knows what I mean. We're not moving. Now come here. She's trying to jump all over the place and chase leaves. And at that point, what you're going to want to do is just stop and get the dog right next to you and not move until they calm down. And then you continue to go. Come on, here. Come. And that's pretty much it. If I have her in the film, I can't see anything. So yeah, you just want to do little stops like that. When they pull, if they're pulling too much, you just stop. Just stop, slow down, and pull. You know. Now this leash is great because it has, if you look right here, you can grab it from real close and keep the dog right next to you. Say somebody else is walking by with a dog, or you need to go like this and sit, good girl. You know, good girl, mama. Okay, come. You know, so this is a good leash you can get. Foos. So that's pretty much it for my dog walking beginners video. Definitely get a good pair of walking shoes. Don't spend tons of money on them unless you have tons of money, then whatever, because they're gonna get beat up quick. You're gonna use them a lot. And that's it, guys. That's all I got. Super windy. I hope this video came out good, because I've been trying to do it for a while now. So we will see, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, share, subscribe, give Storm a thumbs up, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.